You know what dog food tastes like, do you? It tastes just like it smells. Delicious.
Welcome to the Black Irish Podcast. Hey there, and welcome to an all-new episode of the Black Irish Podcast with myself, Brendan McCorkle, and my cohort, Mike Crawford.
Hey.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. And sorry to cut you off, bro. I was trying to jump in and pronounce my own name this week.
Hey, well, it's good to know Mike Crawford will be famous one day, but the right amount of famous, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's only a certain amount of famous I ever want to be.
You want to be a certain amount of famous, but not really a celebrity. I got you. You get preferential treatment at your favorite restaurant, but nobody recognizes you in the streets.
You got it. Perfect.
I got you, bro. Well, apropos of nothing, I had to return some shit to Home Depot the other day, and I was just curious. It was something I didn't do this time, which was a very rare thing for me. I didn't explain why I was returning the item. I just said, here's the receipt, here's the item. This is what we do, right? But I don't know why. It's like any other time I've returned something, I always feel like I need to tell like the tallest tale on why things went so terribly wrong, and there's just no possible way I could use this scarf, or whatever it is.
That bad growing up, Brendan?
I don't know. It's just it was always an embarrassing thing. I always felt guilty. Like I'm so sorry, or whatever it is. Like I'm so sorry that you have to do your job and refund me money. There's a reason why you probably want to know. Let me just tell you. I don't know. Anytime somebody gives you money, you feel like you got to earn. I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. You don't do that? Anytime you return stuff, you're just like very matter of fact about it?
Yeah. Even if I'm wrongfully returning it, I'm pretty matter of fact about it.
I actually, now that I think about it, there was a St. Paddy's Day maybe like 8 or 9 years ago where Rock Band came out for the first time on Xbox and all that kind of stuff. It had maybe been out for, I don't know, a year or something like that. But I went to Target, bought the whole set, took it to a friend's house, partied it up, packaged it back up, took it back the next day. And they're like, this has been used. I'm like, well, my nephew doesn't want it. I set it up for him. He doesn't want it. So I'm returning it. And they're like, we don't do that with video games. I go, well, I have nothing better to do for the rest of the day, so I'm just going to be here. And then 10 minutes later, I had store credit, and there you go.
Oh, see, I didn't have to go that far, but I definitely wrongfully returned the charger and headset that I used while I was at your
That was the only thing I ever returned that I did not have it. Like, I had full intention when I bought it. Like, I am not really paying for this. I'm bringing this back.
When I brought it, yeah, I had full intention to return it. I had only needed it because I left my own. Sorry, Best Buy. It's all good.
Oh, Best Buy can handle it.
Yeah, they repackage and resell it anyway.
You know how many things? Yeah, you know how many returned items I've probably bought that was in brand new packaging. Come on, bro. I don't know about any of that business, but yeah. I'm like, the big thing with me is returning like clothes, hats and pants, like stuff like that. I'm like, then it's really your fault. Like, oh, you didn't try this on? What is your problem? Do you know your hat size?
That type of stuff. Huh?
Do you know your hat size?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's something everybody should know. But
I wore fitted hats at one point. I'm presuming it's still the same. I ain't grown since.
See, that's the thing though, is especially with my giant melon and like the different hairstyles that I've had. Like right now it's kind of short.
Well, right now I might need to be upper size. So
that's what I'm saying though, is they go up in 8s, and usually I'm 7 3/8. But if my hair is long on the sides, I'm 7 1/2. So I have a bunch of mix matched hats, and I'm like, oh sweet, I get to wear this hat. I'm like, fuck, it's a 7 1/2. I cut my hair. So that,
Yeah,
but
no, I'm
I
a 7
like
3/8, but without a haircut, I'm about a 7.5.
without a haircut, your head's bigger.
Well, just more hair.
So you said you're 7 3/8 normally.
Yeah.
So then you'd be a 7 1/4 with a haircut, right? It'd be
No, 7.5. Well, one more eighth is 4/8.
I know,
So
but
that's
how
a
do you
half.
how do you lose hair and gain a hat size? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or
I
are
said
you
without a haircut.
without
a hair.
All right. Well, that's why
Without a
our
hair,
communication
right,
is breaking down, Mike. I didn't hear you. That's why I was trying to clarify. Thank you.
No
But
problem, sir.
it's one of those things where I don't like the flex fits. They don't fit as well, obviously, because they're a
We're
one
dad
size
hats
fits all.
now.
They are dad
As you can
hats.
see every week.
I don't know. But what about, so clothes, you have no problem returning clothes?
I don't return clothes. If I buy it, I'm keeping it.
That's what I'm saying. But what if do you ever buy clothes that you think you're going to fit in or you want
Yeah, this
to
hoodie.
fit in? You wear baggy stuff though.
Yeah, but it's too baggy than what I wear these days. But I bought it, so I'm keeping it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even with jeans with me, I'm like, I used to be 32. I need, and then I just got to get rid of them. But I don't know. Like
Don't
other
ever
ones.
shop at Zara or
Zara.
yeah, what's the other clothes store that wears the European cut pants, man? Oh my goodness. So I went in like, what's the store? I didn't go in Zara. I went in the store that's like Zara, but I can't think of the name of it right now.
Zara?
Zara.
All right.
Zara.
What kind of European shit are you getting in on? Fucking
Man, I ain't
culottes
getting,
and...
it's just the way they cut their pants, man. They're so small. Like even though your regular size in like Levi's, they're not your regular size in that store. Don't go there.
Okay, don't go there unless you like skinny jeans and have a small crotch.
Skinny jeans. That's your store.
That is not my store. Fuck skinny jeans. I am the most basic bitch when it comes to... I'm either very eccentric or I'm super basic with what I like to wear. Like, my ideal outfit is a pair of high-top Chucks with some loose-fitting but comfortable, like Levi's or fucking Joe's jeans or whoever, and then just a plain white t-shirt. That is me all day long, bro. That's my comfort zone. Or
so you said something about Chuck. So I have a question.
Okay.
As a Virginian who's been to California multiple times and even lived there, people walk around a lot. Walk to the beach. How are the Vans a popular shoe?
Vans?
Yes.
Because they can be comfortable. And yes. Oh, for sure, bro. If you had the Van... Dude, my cop buddy hears this. He's coming after you because Van slip-ons are his go-to. That's his version of Crocs, is the Van slip-on, the checkered Van slip-on.
He must be putting a gel sole in there. Because I own my first pair now, and they are the most uncomfortable shoes to walk in.
They're not walking shoes, bro. They're skating shoes.
It's like you're walking on cardboard.
Well, dude, they're skating shoes. Now, if you have that argument for Chucks, yeah, they're just basically thick socks with a plastic bottom, is what it feels like when you're walking around in them.
But I'm going to give me some Dr. Scholl's gel soles, and we're going to make them work.
Dr. Scholl's, huh? I did see a new commercial for some new Puma technology. I've been waiting to get back in the Puma market for a while now. So, we'll see. They supposedly have those little running gel pads in their shoes, and since I'm going to be going fucking running a lot, I need to get a decent pair of shoes.
How far are you planning on running? When are you going to start?
I'm going to start on the West Coast like Forrest Gump and run to you, Mike.
If you run that far, I'll pay you.
Fucking if I run that far, somebody better pay me. No. But I like in the workout thing, the 30 days of pain in May, dude, I'm going to be doing running and exercising, all that kind of shit. I got to have my Jordans that I've been working out in, bro. The old J3s, man, they got so many holes in them. Like, they're beat to shit, dude. I just need new ones. But I don't know. It's kind of hard. But I also got to chill out on the fucking snacks when I'm going. Here's the hard part. Like, the 30 days.
Nothing wrong with snacks.
in May, the 30 Days of Pain. It's about working out. It's not necessarily about changing your diet or anything. It's just about doing something physical outside of your norm. Doesn't have to be crazy. I'm going crazy because I'm a fucking lunatic, but nobody else has to do that. But I am going to try and go hardcore on a diet too, which I've already kind of started. But the biggest thing is those snacks, bro. The snacks
just grab your attention, man. It's just so good.
And I have 2 kids, so there's constantly snacks in the house. But
and for me, I'm just fat, so I just like snacks.
Well,
and lazy. See, when I'm fat and lazy, snacks are just easy.
Bro, I got the thing for you. So, Mr. Lactose, you like cereal as your snack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if other brands have done it, but Apple Jacks in particular they're almost like the size of like your snack, your lunch bag potato chips. It's the same size, but they're jumbo Apple Jacks. Hey, he's got the crunch berries. There you go. So, see, there you go. Individually packed jumbo size cereal snacks are delicious.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. They come in those size bags that are perfect. I just realized this as a 36-year-old male that I hate getting like Cheetos on my fingers and shit like that. I just finally realized as an adult, you can open the bag and just tip it back the whole time. Not just for the last bit. You could do it the whole fucking time. And I just realized this like 2 weeks ago. I'm a large enough.
Kid, you probably wanted to savor it. As a grown-up, you just want to eat it.
No, as a kid, it's as big as your head, as your face. Now, my grown body, I'm like, this thing is tiny. I could just, chink, chink, done. So that was my revelation of the week. But here's the other thing about snacks. I need my snacks to be easily opened. I cannot be struggling to open a snack when I'm making a bad decision. I'm like, I shouldn't be eating this. I'm struggling with the fucking package. I'm like, come on, just
Actually,
open.
that's a good thing, man. It gives you time to rethink your decision.
Not really, because then it just makes me feel worse about it. Kind of like, you know, like masturbating and you're watching porn, you're fine, and then you come and then you're like, oh,
how do we get to
I feel
masturbation?
bad. Because it's the same feeling. The feeling of disappointment in yourself when you're like, I can't believe I'm going through with this. And then you eat it, and then you're like, damn it. Even the bag was telling me not to do this.
Even for the record, I'm never disappointed in myself after I masturbate. Just for
me neither, by the way. There were times where I was like, man, did you really have to keep clicking and go down that hole to get to where you were? No, not either. I'll blur this part out and send her just the single episode with this part cut out. But, dude, it's the same feeling. I'm just saying. I don't know. I've never felt too terrible after coming either, but there's been a couple of times. I'm just saying. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So speaking of coming, what number do you want in this super fight?
Hey, let's go with number 6. Why not?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are a carnie.
I have no clue what that is. Just
somebody that works at a carnival. And
really?
I
They have a name?
Fucking Bruce Lee, son.
Oh well, I need some hell of weapons right here.
Here's the thing about carnies though, is they usually have shifty pasts and are on the run from the law, don't have any papers. Some shady motherfuckers.
You could be who you want versus Bruce Lee. He's gonna kick your ass. All right. Like, this is a fight. I can't just run. Like, I have to fight. It's
a fight to the death. You could run yourself tired, and then I could just stomp on your face. All right, what number for attributes?
Well, since we were talking about coming, let's go for 9.
Which, by the way, just fun fact, 69ing is not that fun after you're like 17. It's fucking gross. It's like, you want to smell my asshole while we're doing something fun? No? Okay, then let's be adults about this.
Well, come on.
It's like, you guys don't play, like at school, you don't play with the same toy at the same time, you share.
Come on. Why would someone be smelling your asshole, Brenda? Do you be on the top when you 69, bro?
No. But if you're
Bro.
doing your job correctly, every time you go down, you're getting a nice, sweet sniff of ball sack and asshole. It's just how it works sometimes, Mike. All right, so your carnie is wearing cement shoes. Let me just blow right past that.
I don't even know what my weapon is.
It's not a weapon. You're wearing cement shoes.
Okay, well, I kick the shit out you, Bruce Lee. Yeah,
for the record,
kick me.
I would wear over Crocs any day of the fucking week.
I don't know why.
Oh shit! Bruce Lee is armed with a live T-Rex head on a stick.
Well, we know that's fake.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. Okay, and your carnie wearing cement shoes is really hangry. You have no chance. I want to see you even try. And I am Bruce Lee, armed with a live T-Rex head on a stick, and I'm also armed with an infinite sausage lasso. You're done. You have no chance. I want to see you try and dance your way out of this.
Except for the fact that I am a carny, so I'm used to being on the move, and I got concrete feet, baby.
You don't have concrete feet. They're cement shoes.
Cement shoes.
Which means they are technically removable.
They are pretty hard. And they are pretty hard.
Yes.
Which means that I'm going to invite Bruce Lee to a karate fight. How's he going to turn that down, not knowing that my shoes are cement? One kick, rap, buddy.
Okay.
Rap, buddy.
It's not that was
rap.
Just because you say rap loud does not mean that you win. So
but it's a rap.
Listen.
It's a rap. I win.
One carnies are usually fat, overweight, white people that don't take showers.
It doesn't matter.
Dude, he cannot kick his regular foot up to his waist, let alone cement shoes.
We ain't got to kick it up to my waist. I can side kick his knee when I invite him to the karate fight because he's not going to turn down a fight. He's not going to. He doesn't know that they're concrete shoes. I know that they're concrete shoes.
You don't think Bruce Lee has eyes? First of all, he's leading with the T-Rex head on a stick.
Who cares about that fake head? We're not thinking about that. It's on a stick. He's not going to do nothing to us.
He's Bruce Lee. He'll use that shit like a weapon and knock away. You knock away, Mike. You know what happens when they come at you?
We're going to get close in the karate stand, and he's not going to know that my shoes are concrete, and I'm going to side kick his knee, and I'm going to snap his whole leg, and then it's over.
You also have to be faster than Bruce Lee to do this.
I don't. I just have to get one kick off. It just requires one kick, bro, and to snap his leg in half. One kick.
Here's the deal. You are really hangry, and I have an infinite sausage lasso. So I wrap this sausage lasso around you. You just keep chomping on the sausages, you big fat fuck. And Bruce Lee whacks you in with the head with the T-Rex because he doesn't even have to kick you. You're dead.
Bro, it's no way you win this fight.
Even if we're fighting at a carnival. Your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower, son.
Bro.
No way.
And we're at the carnival, you definitely don't win.
What are you talking about?
The rest of my carnies are going to jump in. So you don't want that problem.
That is true. However, the infinite sausage lasso. All I got to do is throw that T-Rex stick right in the middle. All these idiots are like, what is this? You wrap them up with that lasso. And then you just take them out one by one. They're carnies. They're not smart. They're not fast. Yeah.
Shout out to all my carnies that might be out there listening. No disrespect to you guys.
No disrespect.
And we would have won this. And we would beat Bruce Lee in a fight. I'm with you.
I've got balls of steel.
Not happening, bro.
Because you're Bruce Lee, I will let you win. But in real life, with my concrete shoes, I would win, bro.
I'm going to make you a pair of concrete shoes. I'm not even going to do that. I will just layer a form of concrete on top of pre-existing shoes. Maybe I'll do it to my Jordans and you can throw those on just so you know how ridiculous it is to try and kick with concrete shoes.
All you need is one kick, baby. I'm a carnie.
By the way, you may have entertained me with the other carnies if you had ever taken off your shoes and thrown them at me. Just saying. Just
Who throws
saying.
bricks, bro?
That's brick. It's the same thing.
There's no aim with throwing a brick.
How is that true?
You ain't hitting Bruce Lee with no brick.
Probably not. But it might be a good distraction while your carnies come. I'm just saying, there was a better angle there. That's why you have to lose.
No.
You didn't take the best angle.
I took the best angle and I would have won in real life.
Bruce Lee, by the time you were trying to strap in your cement shoes, your head would have been kicked clean off. Bruce Lee fights like 300 people at a time. Have you ever seen a Bruce Lee movie?
Bruce Lee is the man, which is why I let you win.
Carnies out. Left and right. No chance.
Bruce Lee's the type of guy you're going to need a gun for.
Yeah, that's true. You know who doesn't need a gun? My housekeeper.
She's pretty cool.
She is pretty cool. You did get to meet her. I forgot about that. She's
I've met her a few times. It's the same one, bro. You haven't changed.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess.
I lived at your house. Like we had a every week meeting actually. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm in here working.
Every other week.
To see it.
Every other week. Hey, bro. Housekeeper, by the way, if you are living with your significant other, even once a month, outsource that shit, son. It will save years on your marriage. Like, you might actually stay married because of it. Bro, like...
you can't tell people to outsource that shit when one of the biggest things in the world right now is finance. Like, people can't afford to outsource that shit. But I get your point.
Yeah, well, listen, when Dallas and I had almost no money, when we were like, dude, just scraping by, it was something that we're like, okay, let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. And our lives got exponentially better immediately. And so we're like, because we just did it for like a one-time thing, and we're like, fuck, we got to figure out how to do this more often, because even just the thing about getting shit clean is nice, and not having to do it yourself is nice. But the arguing and the bickering between the significant others about who's supposed to do it, you didn't do it my way, well, then you fucking do it. It saves you from all that bullshit. All you gotta do is clean up after yourself as you normally would, and then every other week or once a month, somebody comes in and does an overhaul. It's the shit, dude. The only problem is that, with being home these days is I have had to do, like... My housekeeper and I have this little dance that we do. So, she like usually starts in one end of the house, and then we kind of flip-flop switch. So, I'm staying out of her way. We do this whole dance and whatever. But, so she'll start in the back bathroom, and then we have 2 bathrooms. So, we recently had a Christmas. We're doing well. So, she'll be cleaning one bathroom, and then inevitably, like, I'll have to take a giant shit at some point. And here's my dilemma. Do I go in the bathroom that she hasn't cleaned yet? Which logically, obviously, you go blow it up, it's about to get cleaned, that's the time to do it. I don't want to leave that fucking stink bomb in there. I like this lady. She's basically a part of our family. I can't do that to her. But then I'm like, okay, then I gotta hold it till she's done with the other bathroom. But then I'm like, fuck, man, this thing's just clean. I'm about to go blow it up right now and ruin everything that she just did.
No, I'm definitely doing the not clean one. She just she cleans bathrooms for a living. She got to understand that, bro.
Trust me, dude. Our housekeeper knows more about me than my wife does. Like, she knows every secret that I've ever had.
So there you go. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and blow up the dirty one. And I'm going to blow it up, too. I'm going to give her some... I'm going to spray it and keep on the fan for her, but, I mean, she's gonna be in there with a lot of like smell stuff anyway, cleaning. Like you probably.
I know it just but if you're gonna destroy the bowl too, it's like, ugh, come on, man, I don't know. And then the whole time it's like, okay, even if I do hold it until she's like transferring to the front of the house, and I could go back to the back of the house in that bathroom. It's like we walk by each other, and it's like she knows what's happening. I'm like, I just look at her like, I'm sorry, I'm disgusting. I should pay you more. I don't know. I gotta go.
Oh, I'm leaving the house though when I'm done.
I can. I had a homeschooled kid or a remote learning kid. It's like, bro, we are stuck in our shit smell. All of us together. We're doing it. This is our bonding for today.
Know how it is, man.
I don't know, but speaking of disgusting shit, how'd you feel about Jake Paul, Ben Askren? Did you catch that 2-minute fight? Or whatever it was.
With the knockout.
I only saw the 4 seconds that mattered.
Yeah, I saw the knockout. That's all that mattered. Jake Paul's becoming a legitimate threat to knocking people out, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Well, Ben Askren now is going to be labeled as having a biscuit chin because he's just been dropped twice, quick. Like he's been dropped just too fast. So he's done. He's done. But like
he's fighting
BJ
Jake
Penn,
Paul, bro.
Yeah, well, he'll fight somebody. Because somebody... Here's the thing. Like, BJ Penn already started chirping at Jake Paul. Like, okay, dude, come hit... Like, let a real man hit you.
Nate Robinson asked for a rematch.
Here's the thing. Jake Paul, I think... I've never watched his content. I don't know who he is. I assume I wouldn't like it. But I don't know. Here's the thing. This is fucking brilliant on his end. I love people that can think of angles and really go for it. So, basically, he put his nuts on the line and go, okay, I'm going to fight Nate Robinson, no big deal. But if he got knocked out, Nate's tiny, that would be funny as fuck. Opposite happened. He broke Nate Robinson's brain. Then he goes and fights somebody who got embarrassed in UFC, left, and is coming back to get his payday. Knocked his ass out. So now what he's going to do is he'll be able to pick and choose all of these retired boxers and MMA probably not boxers, but like MMA fighters, guys who have fighting backgrounds but not necessarily boxing, that because technical boxer will fucking murder him. But
you know what I'm waiting on, right?
What's that? Tyson Jake Paul.
Jake Paul and Conor.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I don't care for it.
Give me Jake Paul and Conor, man. What? They both talk shit. They're both going to sell the fight, and who cares who wins?
I do.
It's going to be a boxing match.
I care who wins. That's why. When it's your guy that's on the chopping block, it's not a fun joke anymore.
Do you think you think that's possible? You think Jake Paul could possibly knock Conor out?
Anything is possible.
In a boxing match? How well Conor did versus Mayweather? You think Conor would lose versus Jake Paul? I think Conor could beat him.
If one punch hits the right way.
How big is Jake Paul?
I think he's a decent sized dude. I think he's like 6 foot, 200 pounds, something like that. That's what he looks like.
That's about the same size as Conor. He's not like much big. Conor's what?
Yeah, but on the off chance that Jake Paul beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, I'd be very upset. But here's the thing he's doing is he's opening up to where he can pick and choose who he fights next, because all these people are like, fuck that, I'll be the guy that takes him down. And he just has to pick out of these 50. He goes, okay, who do I have the best chance against? They have a big name still. Pick that guy off first and train like a maniac the entire time.
And then he can get a major fight versus someone like Conor and get stupid paid all from being a YouTuber.
If he legit commits to boxing for the next 2 years, he could make so much. He's already rich, but he could make so much money with these one-off, like every 3 months or 6 months, depending on if he gets cracked. Just bring in a new big name that he has a chance against. And if he does that, then it's like, okay, bring back Pacquiao to teach him a lesson, or bring this guy to teach him a lesson. You're like somebody that's like, oh, I'd pay to see him now anyway. Not, I paid to see him 15 years ago,
Oh, yeah.
So he's got, and then celebrities. Fucking, dude, this guy is going to just be raking in dough because now he's at the point where he gets to pick. He doesn't have to get matched up with anybody. He gets to pick because everybody's coming after him.
Absolutely.
He took a huge risk in being the bait. Yeah, he took a huge risk in being the bait, but it fucking paid off. So I'm rooting for him in the boxing arena.
Huge.
So,
me too.
Good for him, man. But I am excited about
when he finally does get knocked out. But it's gonna be well worth it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and that's the thing is every pay-per-view he does is gonna get more views and more views because everybody's like, this is the time he gets knocked out. Damn it! This is the time. Damn it! And as long as he doesn't get knocked out,
he keeps it going. Yeah.
And even when he does get knocked out, the rematch. Fucking this dude's gonna make bank in the next couple of years if he keeps it up. And good for him because it's hard fucking work what he's doing.
Definitely.
Putting signs on somebody's lawn and doing stupid bullshit, that's just you're catering to a young market. Fine. This he's actually working hard to achieve. I appreciate that. Not saying that he didn't have to be clever on the other shit, but I don't really care. I do care about the UFC this weekend. Ooh, what a card. So, just on the main card, Uriah Hall's fighting Chris Weidman, which is a huge fight. Weidman was the dude that broke Anderson Silva's streak, took the title from him. And
So
so
he's pretty good.
he's kind of come back. Uriah Hall's always been a top-notch fighter. He was on the Ultimate Fighter, and just kind of
He's going down.
he ebbs and flows a lot, which is unfortunate. And then Shevchenko is defending the belt against Jessica Andrade, and Jessica Andrade keeps getting these number one contender fights and these championship fights because she's a badass fighter, but she hasn't eclipsed that level yet. So she just keeps getting put in this spot. I'm curious
She's gonna surprise you this weekend.
You think so? Shevchenko's a fucking maniac, bro.
I don't know anywhere but the main event anyway, but I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know.
I'm letting you know that I like you, Jessica Andrade. You're going down. Probably knocked out, but that's okay.
Nah, she's gonna win. She got something to prove to you, Brendan.
And then,
to you.
She hasn't got shit to prove to me. Prove it to yourself, man. But then we got Zhang and Rose for another title, women's title. Rose Namajunas lost it a while ago. I don't know if she vacated it or lost. I think she lost it. I don't remember. But I think she's gonna take it back in this fight if she can. If she can, that doesn't make sense. But it's
most of the vacators. They always win their titles back, man.
I don't know if that was the case. I think she got beat or like she won in the last. I don't remember the last couple of fights she's had because she took some time off. But that's going to be a good fight. And then fucking Masvidal and Usman. Unfortunately, I think Usman's going to run through Masvidal, but I fucking love Masvidal.
I think Masvidal, man, look, it's all about the lead up to the fight. If Usman says the wrong thing out of his mouth and causes Masvidal to hit that switch, bro.
Masvidal is one of the most exciting. Dude, when I do my workouts and shit and put on those highlights or whatever, I put on Masvidal fucking 10-minute highlights that I know I'm getting through that 10 minutes because he's exciting, dude. No, he's funny. I really want to see. I want to see Nate Diaz is fighting coming up in, I don't know, a few weeks, a month, something like that. I want, like, if Masvidal can beat Usman somehow, and Usman's just a monster. He's just so fucking strong. Somehow Masvidal. Go ahead.
You're not getting Masvidal and your boy again.
Why?
But they're not going to fight again.
They already should have fought again for the bad motherfucker title. They had a title that they made for themselves for that fight, and then it got cut early because of literally Nate Diaz's face, which if you've ever seen a Nate Diaz fight, his eyebrows start bleeding within the first 20 seconds of somebody breathing on him. He's completely fine with bleeding all over the place.
He doesn't need to be in the ring with Masvidal. Masvidal is a real live animal, bro.
Bro, Nate Diaz is an animal.
He's a fighter. He's not an animal like Masvidal. Animal.
Yeah, he is. That you do get those Florida guys that just have a couple of extra screws loose, and you put on top of there that they're just crazy maniacs and train like, it's gonna be
fighting for so much more, bro, that they just be. But Usman fights for a lot too. That's why I said that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things where their styles are different, so I'm interested to see how it plays out. But I'm gonna be rooting for Masvidal the whole time, so we'll see how that goes.
That's my guy.
So maybe you can tell me how you feel about these NBA playoff play-in games. I think it's dumb as fuck. But maybe I'm not understanding it correctly. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I think it's bullshit, honestly.
Good.
I mean, because how it played and now it's multiple playing games, so.
That's the thing where I was like, that's bullshit. Like, if you're playing to get into the 8 spot, okay, baseball did that a while ago to where they play into the wild card spot, like get a 1 or 3 game playoff, and then you fucking start the thing. But the way that the NBA has it set up is the 7 and 8 seed play each other.
Play against each other.
So and the winner of that goes into the 7 spot.
The 7 seed, yeah.
And then the 9 and 10 play each other. Whoever loses is out. And then whoever wins plays the loser of the 7-8. And then that person gets the 8 seed. So
the 11 seed can end up in the 8 seed.
Dude, they got all these spaghetti lines drawing all this shit to here, to here, to here, to here. They need to just be like, look.
I mean, the 10 seed can end up in the 8 seed. So say Washington ends up in the 10 in the East, right? Mm-hmm. Fully healthy Bradley Beal, fully healthy Russell Westbrook. They can't win 2 games and go from 10 to 8? You're shitting me.
And then
they can definitely do it.
That's
and then they
something
get
worth
this
getting,
one
yeah.
seed who's worked all year, who's got this team who's now hot because they played 2 games together in playoff atmosphere, and you got to go beat that team in a 7-game series
And
with 2 bona fide superstars on the team.
who knows how the Nets are going to be? Is James Harden even going to play?
The Nets probably won't be the 1 seed. They'll be the 2. James Harden probably won't play until the playoffs. And I just saw an alert that KD should be back this weekend.
All right, we'll see. All right, so we can agree. NBA playoff structure needs to be dealt with in the offseason, and they need to fix it for next year.
Well, if they're going to do it this way, it's got to be 7, 10, 8, 9, and then go from that way.
Just keep it the same fucking seeding, have 2 games, and be done. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. They're, it's always about the money.
That's what I'm saying. 2 games and be done. So 8, 9 play each other, 7, 10. Whoever win that game, go in. Whoever win that game, go in. Fuck the second game. Shit.
I know. They're trying to mimic the tournament so much, and it's just like nobody wants to see a fucking 10 seed go on a run. Like, if you are going to do it, don't have multiple
They're not
playing
going on
games.
a run in a 7-game series. That's the difference about the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't fucking make sense.
The better team's going to win in 7 games.
So, yeah, what is the point of these playing games? I get
money, Brendan.
I
money.
know, but I'm saying there's a way to make money and not ruin the playoffs.
There's not a way to make money without more games. Why do you think we have a 17-game NFL season now?
So make the 8 and 9 seeds play for the 8th spot and have it be a 3-game series. You got your 3 games. Now what?
Listen, bro.
I don't want to.
Now more games down at the end of the season are meaningful, which means now that more players are playing. You avoid the sit-outs. More teams are now. People are coming to the game because the games, they mean something. Your 10th seed team can now make the playoffs, and the 11th, 12th seed team are trying to get to their 10th spot. So everybody feel like they playing something to the last minute. Like, let's just make everybody feel like they're playing for something, bro.
I mean, that is, I will say that the difference between the 9th spot or like the 10th spot and the 8th spot, it's like a completely different world. Because there's usually like 5 or 6 teams hovering around that 10 spot, and there's a gap, and then there's the 8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. It's just, I don't like the way that they need to figure out a new structure for it. I can't fix your problem for you, but I can tell you there's a problem.
There you go.
Now, do you think that, so the NBA playoffs are fucked. This soccer Super League thing fell through. Did you hear about all that bullshit? Did you track that at all?
Yeah, it didn't fall all the way through yet. Some teams are still holding on to hope.
Yeah,
but
well, it's
the teams from La Liga are going to be, tough.
So basically what happened was was it 10 or 12?
12.
12 football teams, soccer teams in Europe were basically like, we're the best, we're making our own fucking league. That way we're guaranteed our spots at the table. And
that's bullshit, because some years you suck.
Correct.
So then what?
So what happened was the fans, the people spoke, and they go, all right, we're not going to any of those fucking games, because if you're taking this, Real Madrid out and creating your Super League, what about all the other teams that are in, Premier and all this other stuff? Like, you guys are just leaving us in the dust. We're not going to play you guys. Fine. You guys can't come back and do your thing and do our thing. Fuck you guys. And the fans are like, we're not going. You're ruining the league. And they're like, so
they're just tired of all the bullshit that's going on in the Champions League, though, man. They forgot a lot of stuff with it.
So Saturday they announced the Super League, and then as of yesterday they're like, like 4 or 5 teams have already backed out. We're shutting it down. Do you think that would happen if NCAA football did that with like a Power 5? If they would move out and then they'd be like, fucking see ya.
No, they could do it.
That's what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
NCAA Power 5 could do it. Because that's pretty much only people that are representing the BCS anyway. So,
and most of the people in the country don't give a shit about
anything outside of the Power 5.
Teams 61 through whatever it is now, 120.
They don't care, man.
Right, and if you're one team, if you're the Boise State's always the easy one. If you're the Boise State of that year, win the regular fucking NCAA. That's your thing. You're the best of the second half.
You're the best of the guys that are not Power 5.
Do you think then they would absorb some like D2 schools if that happened?
I don't know because they would have to. I mean, no. Power Five
Because
has
then
enough
the,
themselves.
no, not the Power Five. I'm saying whoever's left in NCAA outside of the Power Five or whatever they.
Oh yeah,
would
they
call
would
it.
probably take more schools. I mean, but it's 365 schools already. So what the hell? I mean, how many more you need?
Well, that's the other thing is you're going to saturate, make a worse product because you guys have, a product on the field that is not the caliber of an Alabama or a Clemson when you're at, wherever it is, whatever
Dakota
state, tech, whatever, wherever they have goats on your campus, not fucking there. You've been watching anything besides sports lately?
No, I'm really into the draft, man. I'm really into just trying to hope the Cowboys get what we need so we can go on this run, man.
We'll have to do some sort of a mock draft or something for next week's episode because we'll be dropping the day of the first round, so we'll have to do a special draft segment next week's episode.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But so,
yes, sir. What have I been watching, man? Yeah, but nothing new, man.
Same old Mike.
I'm pretty boring, man.
You're not boring.
Plus, I haven't.
You're just
Going
routine.
on,
So I did finish out This Is a Robbery on Netflix, and the way that I did it, I actually like the way I did it.
I actually started that a little bit. So yeah, I did. That's the series.
Yeah,
about the Boston Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Isabella Gardner, I don't know, somebody Gardner Museum, which is a bitchin' place. I'd love to go there now that I've seen it. But what I did was I watched the first 2 episodes, then I watched the drunk history about the same thing, and then I watched the last 2. So it was a nice, because after the second episode, I was like, it's getting a little stale, and then I watched the drunk history, it sucked me back in, and then I watched the other 2, and it was good. So now I'm moving on to, there's another one on Netflix, a 4-part series, which is going to be my new thing. It's called Serpent, or The Serpent, or some shit like that. It's basically about some fucking maniac in the 70s in Southeast Asia, something like that. And I think he went on like a killing spree on this hippie trail or something like that. Like he was just a wacky guy, and so it's basically a murder fucking documentary. That's all it is. Just a different murder. The murder of the week is the Serpent. Last week it was the Night Stalker. Next week it's gonna be fucking somebody who cuts off faces. I don't know. It's gonna be somebody. It always is. So anyway, that's what I've been watching. Been listening to
The Serpent.
What?
I heard The Handmaid's Tale is good. I might have to check that out too.
I heard that's good. It's one of those things where it's been out for a while. I don't like weird, creepy shit. I got kids, man. It just freaks me out, dude. It just, I used
That's
to.
why I started watching the ID channel. I used to watch the ID channel so much.
What is that?
Investigation Discovery, like murder.
Did you watch all the reenactment shows where they get fake actors and everything's shot in the dark? Like there's no lighting on any set ever.
Yeah, man, no, that's me. I was so into that.
Fuck that, dude. I do not. No, I don't care for that. The only reason why I would ever want to watch those, I would binge it if I was ever going to actually murder somebody. Be like, what do you not do? Okay, let's watch these shows. That's pretty much it. But we had our Feeling Good playlist going on. That was very nice. And the other thing, too, the Spotify playlist that we do every week, it's not like the regular Spotify stuff where it's like a channel. There's unlimited skips on our playlist. So if you don't like a song or something like that, you just keep going. Or if you like it, you go back. It's a playlist, so you don't get confined to the parameters of a station on Spotify where you get 4 skips or whatever. So this week is another banger. It's Incubus and Otis Redding. 2 of my favorites. Sticking them together. They both have some highs and lows. They flow together well. So that's what we're doing this week. Now, I did have one final question for you, Mike, for this week. Doing that, we do the Spotify playlist every week. A lot of it, I try and throw in some upbeat jams and shit like that. When do you think holograms are going to be a real thing? this will connect? Like an everyday technology, like a standard technology. When do you think?
I thought they were gonna do like a. I remember they did the Michael Jackson hologram like one show, so I thought they were gonna do like a whole tour.
Well, they had like Tupac, yeah, and they had Tupac show up at Coachella and like shit like that years ago. But when do you like? I kind of associate with like when tablets.
I remember when I used to collect Topps basketball cards. They used to have the hologram playing cards. Oh, I mean not playing cards, but
trading cards,
like player cards.
Yeah. No, the holograms were always the most sought after ones.
Please tell me how this connects when you just randomly start talking about holograms.
Okay, so I didn't randomly start talking about it. So, like tablets when they first came out, I don't know. For me, I was like, "Fucking tablet? What are you, fucking Bill Gates over here?" They were super expensive, and it was like, "Yeah, this is really cool," but not a lot of people had them. But then after a year of the technology being out, it's like, you don't have a fucking tablet? Like, do you even work for a living? You know, it's like the technology came so fast, and it was just, or like outdoor movie projectors now. Like, that's the thing, is put a projector in your lawn, get a blow-up screen, or hang up a sheet. You're watching a movie outside. That's a lot of people were doing that with the pandemic. It's probably going to be a thing moving forward. Like, hey, just you have your own movie theater in your backyard. It's great, especially in summer. But what about when you have a dance party that's that hologram technology, son? You have a party, and it's like you go over to the person's house that just got the hologram. They're having a party because they got the hologram thing, and they project it to whatever dance music is on, whatever. And then eventually the technology grows to where you have it on your phone, like Star Wars shit. You just you're like, my turn to play a song, and then you fucking pop on Picture Me Rolling, and Tupac's up in the middle of the living room fucking throwing it down. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Why?
It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna put a hologram of a dinosaur in your room. How about that? You're gonna have to sleep with it every night.
It's not gonna happen. This is Jurassic Park.
So you don't think that technology is coming anytime soon?
No, not that much hologram. Nobody needs that much hologram in their life.
Nobody needs a lot of shit that we have in our life, Mike.
People can find use for it. They can't find use for a Tupac dance in their living room. Videos are
Fuck
good
yeah,
enough.
You dance with them. Come on.
Videos are good enough.
I'm just saying they're not going to be good enough, because then the technology will form to where they interact with you. There's going to be all kinds of shit. It's going to be a live week.
Go buy one of them 19 Crimes bottles and get you have it already. They interact with you, you see?
It's step one, Mike. If the wine industry is already doing this hologram shit, you don't think it's going to transfer to real life people?
Oh, it's going to transfer to real life you. You're the only one that wants this technology. So
I didn't even say I wanted it. I'm just curious about it.
It ain't going to happen.
And that's how it links, Mike. Dance party holograms to the Spotify playlist. That's how shit works in my brain.
I see. Hey, what if your whole Spotify list can go from song to song with hologram to hologram? Every song that person comes, jumps up, dances with you. How about that? How about that, Brendan?
Thanks for joining the conversation, Mike. It's good to have you.
Hey,
well, on that note, let's drop some knowledge for the week. Hey, this is actually a helpful tip. If you're reheating food in the oven, or even like warming up some frozen taquitos or something, you could just put them in the oven while it reaches temperature, and it basically defrosts it or gets the heating process started on reheating. So you just expedite the process of your food. Take that with you.
Don't do that if you let it still cook the whole time, because it's probably going to be burnt, Brendan.
No, see, what you do is, like, let's say you have, the way I figured this out was, I had some flautas, frozen flautas. I go, okay, I could let them defrost for a while, or I could stick them in the oven now. They're supposed to be on for 15 minutes in the oven. So, once the oven reached temperature, I put the 15-minute timer on. They defrosted up to that temperature, and now they're cooking.
And they're not burnt. They don't end up burnt.
No. And if you're reheating, you want the slow and steady heating process instead of the shock, because that's when you get those fries that aren't right. No, you want it to come up with the temperature. Take it with you, Mark.
Air fryer. To reheat fries, you need air fryer, bro. That's it.
That's true. Deion Cole has a great joke about thick girls knowing how to reheat your fries from the club at 375. They don't use a fucking microwave.
And my knowledge for the week is stand for something or fall for anything, man. Bow.
There you go. All right, everybody. Well, hey, there is, as Coach Boone would say, we're like Novocaine. Just give it time. So there is some news, though. Apple is kind of the first to do this, Apple Podcasts. They're offering all creators to charge subscriptions for every podcast. So you can now charge a weekly, monthly, yearly fee for podcast subscriptions for your favorite podcasts. We are not fucking doing that. We're not charging you. We don't want your money. We want the corporate machine's money. We still would love to get paid for doing what we love, but that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this because we love it and we love each other. It would be fucking nice to get paid to do it, though. So, that being said, since we're never going to charge you for anything, do us a favor and help us get that corporate money. Give us a share. Give us a review. We have one review on Apple. I know there's a shitload more than one person listening more than once. Give us some love. Give us even just a rating. Give us a review if you really like it. We're not going to charge you for it. So help us help you. We love you guys very much. Mike, I love you more than most. So take care of yourself. Everybody be good to each other. And give somebody you haven't hugged in a while a hug. All right? Love y'all. Have a good week.